Hi, my name is Deena Ramsey. I'm a life coach, as I hope you all know by now. I'm going to ask you the same question I ask in the beginning of every episode. Are you living the life you want? Okay, let me ask you another question. Are you beginning to think about the life that you want to live, as opposed to just living every day? Why do I ask this question in the beginning of every episode? It's really important to know where you are now and where are you going from here. You've got too much power and too much divinity to just go with the flow on a daily basis. This is not why you exist in this world. God created us, but God is very smart. Because when He put us on this earth, He gave us all the tools to make the best of our lives and to grow and to continue to grow as people, as human beings, as warriors. We all have a message for this world, but some of us just don't know how to get it out there. Some of us haven't even tapped into their full potential. But there's always something here telling us there's more. There's more out there for us. We are so much more than what we are right now. And that creates the desire to do so much more. I want to talk about why I decided to make these videos in the first place. It is common practice that some life coaches start making videos, but that's not why I'm starting to make videos. I want to talk to everybody and anybody out there because my message is really, really important. And I would like to think that my message is also very powerful. I want to tell you a little bit about me. As I was growing up as a child, I've always wanted to become a doctor. And not any doctor. I wanted to be a cardiologist, a doctor of hearts. Now, I don't know if you know this about me or not, but I am of Middle Eastern origin. And as a little girl wanting to be a cardiologist, everything and everybody around me, my environment, kept sending me messages of fear. For example, you want to be a cardiologist? There aren't much female cardiologists in our society, and if there are, they're not trusted. People would rather go to a male cardiologist. Well, it was very simple. It's not like they didn't trust female cardiologists because they were women. It was because, I guess, and that's just an assumption I'm making, that women in general don't have the time, especially if they're wives and mothers, don't usually have the time to practice so much, or maybe they're not necessarily as available to their practice as much as they would want to be. So by default, men are more available to practice, and to be more available to your practice, that means you're getting better and better at your specialty. I don't think there are many female cardiologists out there in the whole world in general, not just in the Middle East. And I was studying so hard because in the back of my mind, I wanted to be a doctor. You know? Then I realized along the way that being a doctor wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. And then I started tapping into the greatest invention ever. This, my mind. And I started thinking, was it really wanting to be a doctor, or was it the purpose behind that? Was it just the social status of becoming a doctor, or was it the purpose behind that? And I realized it was actually the purpose behind that. I wanted to help people. And then I continued to be very studious, working hard, studying hard, because in the back of my mind, I was preparing myself to become a doctor anyway. And then there was a slight shift in what I wanted, and I decided to major in theater and film. Who's to say that I can't set my message out there and I can't help people through theater and film? I wanted to make fantastic productions, strong messages that will change the world through my art. And very close to graduation, when everybody realized that I was very passionate about this, I think passion is an understatement. I loved theater and film and cinema, and I wanted to pursue it with all my heart. With all my heart. And then again, guess what creeped into my life? Fear. I was beginning to apply for internships. I was beginning to deal with celebrities. I was beginning to network. I was beginning to discover my baby steps, or starting to create my blueprint in the industry of cinema and film and theater. And then when everyone around me realized I was dead serious about it and that I was going for it, they all got scared. That was their reaction. Oh my God. You're going to go and work in cinema. You're going to be a director or directress. Or maybe an actress. Oh my God. And I was like, what are you people talking about? Isn't this what I've been working so hard for the past 4 years in university? What did people expect me to be? A dentist? Don't do it, Deena. It's a very scary field, very cutthroat. They'll crush you. You're going to have to compromise with a lot of things, your values, your ethics, to make it and be big. Oh, no. You're a woman in our society, okay? You might have to give up on yourself, ironically, to make it in this field. I let fear creep into my system again. And now, 20 years later, I wish I hadn't listened. I still feel they could have tried just once. I kept asking myself this question. Why did I even care? What did they know about this field? I was the expert on this field. I already knew I wasn't going to compromise, regardless of which field I was in. If I pursued medicine, I would have been the most successful cardiologist out there. Because I play to win. If I had pursued cinema and theater, I would have been a really famous directress by now, because I play to win. I don't give up. I plan for success. And after I graduated with my theater and film certificate, I realized that maybe they were able, whoever they are, to scare me away from this, again. Maybe that's a message. Maybe that's not what I was meant to do again. But the purpose was always the same. I always want to help people and make them feel better. And hence, that's how I finally decided to become a life coach. I finally decided that being a life coach was actually my true calling. The purpose the same. I still want to help people and make them better and happier and taller and more confident and just help them achieve their goals. The reason why I shared the story with you is that starting my next episode, I'm going to start discussing fear and how it can slow us down, how it can break us down, how it can make us doubt ourselves, even though we know better. Fear is a crazy thing. Being a life coach now is not so different from me being as a person. There's a congruency between Deena the person and life coaching in general. All my life I was always supportive, loving, a good listener to my friends, to my family, you name it. But deciding to become a life coach was a step forward for me. It was me wanting to acquire sophisticated techniques to be able to help myself, my loved ones, and everyone that comes my way, even you. Those techniques work. Trust me, I've tried them firsthand on myself. I had to go through a lot of healing myself to be able to do this and coach others. I want to help as many people out there as possible. It had nothing to do with what people told me. It had nothing to do with me shifting journeys all the time or changing my mind. It always had to do with me. Execution plans vary. Some people want to help people by being doctors, save the world. Some people want to help the world and help other people by indulging in their art and putting themselves out there by their art. Some people sing to help this world become a better place. But the purpose is always the same. And like I said, we all want the same thing. We all want peace, freedom, love, happiness. Keep watching. Deena Ramsey.